Hello, my name is Ben Sayer. Welcome to this screencast for Mac genealogists. In this video, I'm going to walk you through adding perspective events to the Ages window in Reunion 9. So let's switch to Reunion. I've got a family card selected here automatically, and the Ages window I'm going to pull up is under List on the menu bar. I'm going to click one time there, and then down to Ages. I'll click once there. The Command key shortcut for this is Command T. Now this is going to open up this view, and in this it lists in this column the events in a person's life, and in this column the age of the person when that event happened. Over here in the far right column we've got the date of the event, and in the next one to the left it shows the day of the week if the full date was known. And you can change what columns are shown and whatnot with the options on this window, which I'll cover when I do a screencast about the Ages view in general. What we're interested in here is this perspective events. So if I click on this to pull down, we can see the list of standard default events sets. If it's going to be a much smaller set if you have not installed the extra ones that one can get from the Leister Pro site. It'll be 4 or 5 of them that come by default. There's a free set that's available on that site that you can get, and there are instructions for a link for getting that and instructions for installing it in the screencast that I did recently on perspective events in timelines. So I'm going to select one of these and show you. I'll just add the North American history events to this. So you'll see up in this list now we've got some white lines that have been added. So you can see here that John Calvin was 5 years old when the American Civil War started. He was 7 years old when the slaves were emancipated. And if we scroll down, you'll see that he was 73 when the Great Depression began, and things like that. So those events add some interesting color to his life and can be useful for researching things as well. For instance, if we go back and look around at the 1917 time frame, then we can see the U.S. declared war on Germany here, so we can see he's 61, so we can get an idea of whether we're going to be able to go find any draft registration or anything like that. In this case, that would not happen. But you may also be able to see for one or more of his children whether that might be a possibility. You might want to change to that person and get an Ages view on them. And we can add more than one perspective event as well. So we can choose something like perhaps epidemics. So we can see around the influenza epidemic what was going on in his life. So if we go down here and look at that, you can see in 1918 that John Calvin was 62 years old. Just 3 years previous he had lost one of his daughters. I don't actually know what her cause of death was yet. What you can see from this view then is now if I'm doing more research on this person and I'm trying to get some clues on where other places that I can look in the non-traditional things, or if I'm developing a narrative report on this person, this gives me a lot more flavor about the person and gives me an idea of what they were going through in their lives. Now, of course, you can create a report with that so that you can save a hard copy or electronic copy of that. And one of the other nice features in this Ages view is if you select something you're interested, say we're interested in one of these people, then we can select like the birth of his daughter and click the Go button, and it'll bring her up in this view. So that's adding perspective events to Ages window in Reunion 9.